In June 2026, footage emerged from Chinese social media that most Western defense analysts were not expecting to see this soon. A large unmanned aircraft, the size of a military helicopter, with twin protors tilting forward as it transitioned from vertical hover to horizontal flight, was captured performing sustained free flight. Not tethered, not on a short test hop. Sustained, controlled forward flight with both protors fully transitioned, just as they would need to be in operational use. The aircraft is the R6000, built by Chinese firm United Aircraft, designated the UR6000 by its manufacturer and also known as Zhongying, which translates roughly as steel shadow. It is currently one of the largest unmanned tiltrotor aircraft in development anywhere in the world. And if you understand what a tiltrotor can do, and what this specific tiltrotor could mean for China's military reach across the Pacific, the footage should concern every serious analyst of the Indo-Pacific balance of power. Today, we are going to break down what the R6000 is, why it matters strategically, what American equivalent is in development, and why the tiltrotor category, which most people associate with the V-22 Osprey and nothing else, is about to become one of the most contested spaces in military aviation. Let's start with fundamentals. What is a tiltrotor, and why does it matter? A conventional helicopter achieves vertical takeoff and landing through rotors that spin horizontally above the aircraft. The maximum speed of a helicopter is physically limited by the asymmetric lift generated as the rotor spins. The advancing blade generates more lift than the retreating blade, and at high speeds, the retreating blade begins to stall. For most combat helicopters, this creates a practical ceiling of around 300 kilometers per hour. A fixed-wing aircraft achieves high speed through wings and forward-facing engines, but it requires a prepared runway to take off and land. You cannot fly a fixed-wing aircraft onto a small Pacific island. You cannot land it on the deck of an amphibious assault ship that lacks a catapult system. A tiltrotor gives you both. It takes off and lands vertically like a helicopter, then tilts its protors forward to fly like a fixed-wing aircraft at speeds that can approach 600 kilometers per hour. The V-22 Osprey demonstrated that this combination was operationally viable. The trade-off is complexity. Tiltrotors are mechanically demanding, aerodynamically challenging, and expensive to maintain. The R6000 is designed around this concept in the 6 metric ton payload class, hence the 6000 designation. United Aircraft first showed concept artwork at the 2024 Singapore Air Show. A completed prototype was photographed at the company's production facility in Wuhu, in China's Anhui province, in October 2024. Tethered hover testing was underway by November 2025, and in June 2026, the aircraft transitioned to free flight. The R6000's design features fixed engine nacelles, the housings that hold the engines, with hinged protors. This is the second-generation tiltrotor architecture, the same approach used on the American Bell V-280 Valor and the derivative MV-75 Cheyenne II. In contrast, the first-generation V-22 Osprey tilts the entire nacelle. The fixed nacelle, hinged protor design is aerodynamically cleaner and structurally more efficient. That design similarity to the MV-75 is not coincidental. China's defense engineers have demonstrated a consistent pattern of developing systems that parallel American programs. They are not copying. They are competing on parallel tracks, often reaching operational capability faster than the American programs that inspired their requirements. Now let's talk about what the R6000 can do for the People's Liberation Army. United Aircraft presents the R6000 primarily as a civilian logistics and emergency response platform. This is standard practice for Chinese dual-use military technology. The civilian framing provides plausible commercial rationale for development, while the military applications are developed in parallel. At least one publicly available image from United Aircraft's own website shows the UR6000 in People's Liberation Army markings. The military applications are not hard to identify. The most immediate is logistics for China's island bases in the South China Sea. China operates a network of artificial island fortifications, including Fiery Cross Reef, Mischief Reef, and Subi Reef, that were built over the past decade and equipped with runways, hangars, radar installations, and anti-ship missile systems. Supplying those islands under contested conditions requires aircraft that can operate without relying on those runways. A tiltrotor with 6 metric ton payload capacity operating from a ship or from an inland base could sustain island garrisons even if the runways were struck or contested. The second application is amphibious operations. China's Type 076 amphibious assault ship, the largest vessel of its kind in Chinese service, was commissioned in recent years. It operates a mix of helicopters and fixed-wing aircraft. An unmanned Tiltrotor operating from the Type 076 would dramatically extend the ship's effective logistics and surveillance reach, delivering cargo, ISR payloads, or potentially strike weapons to points far beyond the ship's conventional helicopter radius. The third application is what analysts call multi-mission flexibility. The R-6000's payload capacity is large enough to accommodate intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance sensors, electronic warfare systems, communications relay payloads, or precision-guided munitions. China has not publicly specified which payloads it intends to integrate, but the precedents from American Tiltrotor development, where the MV-75 is already being studied in gunship, special operations, and sea control variants, suggest that China's engineers are thinking along the same lines. What is the American equivalent? The United States Army's next-generation vertical lift program produced the Bell V-280 Valor as its selected design, which is being developed into the MV-75 Cheyenne II. The MV-75 is a crewed tiltrotor designed to replace the Black Hawk helicopter in Army service. Bell is also developing the V-247 Vigilant, an unmanned tiltrotor in the same design family, which has been pitched to the United States Marine Corps and Navy. The American programs are more advanced in terms of operational maturity. The MV-75 is in full development, with Bell completing the first wing structures for the initial pair of test aircraft in June 2026. A special operations variant of the MV-75 is already in planning. A sea control concept, armed with cruise missiles and operating from amphibious ships, has been publicly displayed. But here is the strategic calculation that matters. China does not need to outdevelop the United States in every category. It needs to develop sufficient capability to contest American operations in the Western Pacific. An unmanned tiltrotor that can sustain island garrisons, extend the reach of amphibious assault ships, and provide distributed ISR across the contested maritime zone between China's coast and the first island chain does not need to be as sophisticated as the MV-75. It needs to be good enough, produced in sufficient numbers, and available in time. The R-6000's entry into free flight testing in June 2026 is a signal that China is moving faster in this category than most Western assessments expected. There is also a broader pattern here. China has invested heavily in unmanned aviation across the full spectrum, from small tactical drones to the W5000 cargo drone, which is among the largest autonomous logistics aircraft in the world. The R-6000 fits into this pattern as the vertical lift component of a broader autonomous logistics and strike architecture that the People's Liberation Army is building systematically. Separately, footage emerged in June 2026 showing what appears to be China's first crewed tiltrotor aircraft in flight trials. The aircraft, which first appeared publicly in August 2025, is smaller than the R-6000 but represents China's parallel development of crewed tiltrotor technology. The People's Liberation Army is not choosing between crewed and uncrewed tiltrotors, it is pursuing both. Let's bring this back to what it means for the strategic balance. The Pacific is a maritime theater. The distances are enormous. The island chains that define the strategic geography create natural choke points and fortification opportunities. The nation that can most effectively project military power across those distances, sustaining forces, gathering intelligence, and delivering precision effects, without relying on fixed, vulnerable airfields, holds a significant strategic advantage. The United States built its Pacific power projection around carrier strike groups and amphibious ready groups, supplemented by a network of partner nation basing agreements. China has built artificial islands to extend its A2AD, anti-access, area denial, umbrella further into the Pacific. Both sides are now racing to develop autonomous and semi-autonomous logistics and strike systems that can operate within or beyond that contested zone. The R-6000 is one piece of that race, but it is a piece that just cleared a significant test milestone. Free flight means the basic aerodynamics work. What comes next? Payload integration, operational testing, production decisions will determine how quickly this system reaches People's Liberation Army operational units. For the United States and its Pacific allies, the R-6000 is not a crisis. It is a signal. The signal is that China's unmanned vertical lift capability is advancing on a timeline that demands serious strategic attention. Subscribe to Aviation Tech to track this program and the full spectrum of Chinese military aviation developments as they unfold. The shadow is getting larger. Stay sharp.